What's going on, traders? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another helpful video. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about the position that my little sister took. So I've made a previous video, and it should probably be a video that's going to pop up at the end of this video. And it's one that I made kind of introducing my little sister into the stock market. So the reason that I think that video did so well was, first of all, she's a girl. The stock market is mainly a male-driven or a male-run kind of like market. So it's no surprise that because of my little sister and all that stuff, right? But the second reason that I really think it became so successful was that it did so much better than our normal videos, right? My normal videos get anywhere from like $4,000 to 6,000 views, like 48 hours. That video, like 1 week later, was at like 25,000 views and is now like approaching 40,000 views. Again, that's nothing huge, but I think when it comes down to what was kind of expressed within that entire video was I was explaining to her kind of like kind of just filming myself, explaining to her what the stock market is, how to identify potential, how to set up a plan, and how to manage your risk. A lot of people found it very informative, but found that I spoke a little bit too quick, and I do apologize. I do hear myself talking, and it doesn't sound to be very quick, in my head. But I do watch my videos, and a lot of my friends and my colleagues continuously tell me that I speak very quickly. So that's definitely something that I'm going to be working on to kind of slow my pace down and make sure that everything it is that I'm trying to express is clearly understood. So I do apologize if I've ever done that in any of my videos, because I know that it's very common. But for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the position that my little sister took on DCTH when it came down to her day trade. So I've been kind of going back and forth with her when it came down to her taking her first day trade. I mean, I came back from my trip from Spain, maybe over a month ago, and or a little bit less than a month ago, almost approaching a full month. And that's when I filmed the video with her, and that's when I was like, hey, would you like to kind of be exposed to the stock market and place a trade, and I'll fund your account and I'll kind of get you started. So she used my own Robinhood account. I don't use Robinhood anymore. I still had a couple $100. It was a little bit over $1,000 that I had in that account. I don't use it. It was kind of just sitting there. I gave her my logins, and she took a position. I was guiding her, right? I made sure that I wasn't day trading for the past 2 weeks. If you guys have noticed from my live streams, I've been doing a lot of swing trades, and it's something that I'm kind of like, trying to kind of get into because of my busy schedule when it comes down to running TechBot Solutions and running the series of businesses that I have. So I want to thank you guys for your patience and for the support that you guys have given me throughout this entire process. My little sister did amazing. It was her first trade. Wow, they're mobbing. Trade that she took, and I'm going to explain to you why it is that I assisted her in taking that position. So I saw the potential. I sent her a screenshot, and I was like, what is it that you see here? And she identified the support, she identified the resistance, and it was as simple as that. So this is kind of a screenshot from when she sent me that she closed her position. Again, it was nothing huge. It was 5,500 shares, so it was a little bit over $800. Again, relatively a pretty small account when it comes down to what it is that she took. So $836, no commissions, to $866 for DCTH. And if you guys see from when it was placed, it doesn't tell you the time. It doesn't show you the time, but it says that it was sold at 12:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it was bought maybe like 5 minutes beforehand. So in 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, from 15 to, she sold at 15.75. So 15.75 minus 0.152. That's a very small profit margin, right? But because it's such a low cap stock, so we divide that by 0.52. That was I thought it was 3.5% growth, but it's 3.6%. So again, it was good profit for her first trade. And the whole point of this video is to kind of talk about why it is that she saw potential. I do want to make it very clear that I was someone that guided her in the right direction, right? I was kind of guiding her, and I know not everyone has that. I would like to say pretty experienced when it comes to day trading. I don't personally day trade stocks that are less than $1. but she was trading with less than $1,000. My position sizes now are more in the $3,500 to $4,000. Again, not an extremely big account, but I would have not taken that position because it's just something that I don't trade. But for her, I'm going to kind of break down in this whole video what the potential is that I saw and then what she explained to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and kind of make it clear for you guys that if my little sister can do it, that's 17 years old, knows very, very basic kind of like foundation of what what it comes down to when it comes to day trading. She was able to do it, right? And it didn't come down with that she's extremely knowledgeable, or she is very smart when it comes down to school, right? She's like a 3.8 to 4.0 student. So she's, when it comes down to book smart, she's definitely more book smart than me. As I was like kind of like a B to C student, and I'm completely okay with disclosing that because it comes down to like, I really tried to invest my time in what I saw value in, and I 100% school is very important. But it's just to expose you guys to the opportunity that you don't need to be the smartest person to day trade. You just have to have a plan, and that's something that we set up. So when we identified the potential, we set up a plan on where we're buying, where we're selling, and where we were going to cut our losses. And it was that simple. So I'll explain that to you, and I'm just going to start sharing my screen. I want to say what's up to a couple of you, if that's okay. For those that are joining us live, let me go ahead. For those that are going to be asking, I'm using the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform to analyze a stock. So if you want to check something very quick. Okay, we're good there. And then what was it? It was DCTH. DCTH was one that within our group was being thrown around very often on Friday because of the volume that it was seeing. So it was only just what we expected, and I feel like I was calling it out pretty well. So I'm going to say what's up to a couple of you. What's up, Fidel? What's up, Overnight Productions? What's going on, guys? EJ, Be Creative, Tom. Oh, no. What's going on? Oh, she came up. Fidel, Kettle Cooked. What's up, brother? Kettle Cooked, he's one of our mods within our admins within our Discord group chat. I do want to give a huge shout out to him for all his time. Dimitri's also one of our mods, and again, we do this all for free, so I do appreciate that, guys. And Kettle Cooked has been killing it. He brings in over like at least $1,500 to $2,000 every day when it comes to trading. So I'm sure his account's a little bit larger than the average day trader, but he's just been killing it recently. So I'm gonna move this right over here. We don't really care about the watch list right now. What I want to focus on was everyone was calling out DCTH. You have to understand that DCTH the day prior to this saw a lot of growth and it hit a resistance at 24. If you guys tuned in for my live stream on Friday, I called out 24 to 25 to be an overall resistance. I was not 100% certain. I just called it out because during pre-market hours, that was a resistance. It saw a pullback. It held above 20 cents, right? It picked back up, hit a resistance again at 24, perfectly just like we called it, and then it had a huge drop. If it, that's really what it came down to. So during pre-market hours, we identified the support, we identified the resistance, and once it broke that support, people should have stop lossed out if they bought in close to or near to 20 cents. But I saw a couple people did end up holding, and that's definitely not the approach that I would have taken if I were to have day traded this low cap stock. So the reason that I found this one to be, if you guys can go back in the history, I mean, we have so many messages that go within our TechBot Solutions Discord group chat, the main chat, but I called out the support multiple times here at that 14 cent support. The reason I called out the support there was right as the market opened, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, it saw this huge pullback. It bounced at about 14 cents and then picked back up. Again, picked back up above 18. Came back down, validated the same support again. It bounced and then it picked back up. And this is when I actually ended up taking the position. So I identified the support at 14 cents because of the previous support. So again, I didn't do anything special. So all I did was my alert went off when it went below 15 cents. Therefore, I sent my little sister the screenshot and I simply told her, look, it had a previous support at 14 cents. What I would suggest is, wait for the bounce. And if it breaks above 15, set up a plan on what you see potential in. And it was a very simple plan. Again, we knew where the previous support was, where it bounced, it validated that support, and it was seeing this upward trend again. We sold pretty early. Again, we sold at 15.75. But again, we play it safe. The reason why we did that was we saw the resistance at 16 cents. So when she sent me her plan, she identified the support at 14 cents. She was waiting for the break of the resistance at 15, and all she wanted to capitalize was within that 1 cent profit margin. That's more than enough. I mean, from top to bottom, that's almost about 7%. A lot of people get greedy, a lot of people hold on to it, and a lot of people do well, right? But what it came down to was I just wanted to get in and out, or wanted my little sister to get in and out right away. And that's what made the most sense. And realistically, the reason we called out the resistance at 16 cents was due to the previous support that it had at 16 cents, this EMA line and displayed EMA, it trying to hold above 16 cents. But then when it broke below it, again, old supports become new resistance levels. So it only made sense. So right as it broke the resistance at 15 cents, coming from 14, it validated the previous support. It started trending up. Once we got the alert that it went above 15 cents, Robinhood does allow you to take a position of, or I'm sure every brokerage company, again, I don't trade stocks that are less than $1, so I haven't experienced this many times. But they do allow you to take position sizes to the 100th, if not thousandth, like decimal point, right? Therefore, she took a position at 15.2. So she waited for the break of 15. She got in at 15.2, and then right after she got in, there was this huge push, and it continued to trend back up. And right as it started approaching 16, she messaged me telling me, look, it's approaching 16. She first put her limit order at 15.99. She canceled it, and then ended up putting her limit order to sell at 15.7. And when she put the limit order to sell at 15.7, the price was already at 15.75. She got filled, and it continued to rise all the way up to 18 cents. If she would have held, people could be like, look, if she would have held at 15.2, she could have made 16 to almost 20% profit, and that's great. But what she did well, which I think I again, not thinking about the money, but thinking about the plan, is all she did was, again, I exposed her to the opportunity, but again, I can't take credit for what it is that she did. I called out the previous support, so therefore we waited for this to validate the same previous support that it had, and if you see, it played out perfectly, right? She waited for the bounce and waited for it to break above a resistance. That's something that I'm known for, to wait for it to show signs of upward momentum. Therefore, she did give up some margin that it was bouncing, but she wanted to make sure that she was getting into something that was increasing in value. Therefore, once it broke above 15, she made the decision to get in. She had her stop loss right below 15, meaning that she would manage her risk. It would still, again, this is a very low cap stock, so when it comes down to managing risk, you'll still like at 2%, which is something more risky than what I'm comfortable trading. But when it came down to her, it wasn't a lot of money for what it was that she was trading, and she had a stop loss, and that's all I wanted her to focus on. Right as she got filled, she set her stop loss at 14.99. It continued to rise. She removed the stop loss, put the limit order at 15.99, removed it, and then we made the decision to sell at 15.770, but it got filled because it increased so quickly. We obviously had a lot more potential for profit, but we played it safe because of the previous support / resistance that we called out. So I think the reason that I'm making this video is the reason that I think that she had a successful position was, first of all, she was exposed to an opportunity or potential that was pretty much repeating a previous trend. So again, DCTH had a huge pullback to 14 cents, and then it rose, right? It was trending a little bit slower back down, and we waited for the validation of the bounce at the support. So for those that are asking, what's the approach that I take when it comes down to making sure that you're getting in at a good entry point and not continuing to see a downward trend, is we waited for the support. We waited for it to start rising, breaking a resistance, so that was 15 cents. And when it continued to rise, we took a position size and we put our stop loss right below that support line, managing our risk, and we knew where we were going to sell, which was 16 cents was the goal. She locked in profits at 15.75, and she for all we would have known, it could have hit 16 and then seen a huge pullback, right? All we knew was that it had a previous support at 16 cents, which later became a new resistance. And I wish I don't know if you guys want me to jump on a call with her. It's just she's a little bit young, and as you guys can imagine, she's very young, and I think my little sister is a very beautiful young woman, and it's when I made that video with me and my little sister, I didn't expect the reaction that I actually received with all the comments. As you can imagine, there was a lot of guys, especially maybe some young kids that were asking for her number and kind of being a little bit childish, but I get it. It's YouTube, right? Basically going to be people that are just going to want to say what's on their mind. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just not something that I want to, expose my family to. And I hope you guys can respect that. But if it's maybe like a voice call that I jump on with her, or if she decides or we agree to do a video call, then I feel like the impact that video had, if it was better quality, is great because it really broke down, what trading stocks are, how to identify potential, how to manage your risk, setting up a plan, and kind of the whole basics. So when people ask me, what is it, the first step that I should take when it comes to day trading, I was like, check out that video because it's very informative. It's about 56 minutes, so it is a little bit longer, but I think it goes down into detail on really just providing the fundamentals when it comes to trading. And I think that's something that she did very well. She didn't care really about how much money she was making. All she cared about was she saw the potential. We identified this margin of profit regardless of how much more it could go. Don't overwhelm yourself with like, but wait, what if it goes more? Stick to your plan, manage your risk, identify the potential, and set up a plan accordingly. And because of that, she locked in her profits, and it led to a 3.5% growth, which is huge when it comes down to her first position size. So she did something that 90% of the market can't do, and she did that on her first trade. Again, obviously, I was there to help her, at least guide her in the right direction. But she did all the work, and she saw the potential. She placed the trades, and it was just cool. It was a really cool experience, and it's, I think, an amazing thing that you can kind of expose people to this market. Definitely not one that's going to pursue trading stocks because she's just not interested, right? She doesn't care too much about money, and she really just enjoys like fashion and stuff like that, and that's her niche, right? Enjoy and do what it is that you love, regardless of the monetary reward. If you do what it is that you love, then what more can you ask for? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do apologize that I didn't upload in the morning. It's been a very extremely busy day because I've been busy with work, and then I have a meeting in about 10 minutes with one of my consultation calls. So if you guys have not had the opportunity to do a video call with me, which is a one-to-one video call, the link is down below. It says one-to-one video call if you would like to schedule one with me. I only do about 2 to 3 every day, and I've been just what is it, like scheduled every single day, at least 2 every single day, and it's really cool. I get to meet up with a lot of cool traders, and the more that I talk about how to trade, the more I learn because you guys also bring your own approach, which I think is rather unique. So I'd love to talk to you guys about trading, real estate. My offer did get accepted for the offer that we made on the condo, so I will be keeping you guys up to date on that specific house and that investment property and how that whole process works. I'll also keep you up to date on the sale of the McLaren and the sale of my Corvette Z06. And so this weekend, there's just a lot of things that are going on aside from just day trading. But I want to get into the mechanics of just getting back into day trading. I really missed it because, as you guys can see, I've been extremely busy with everything else. And I want to thank my group, everyone, all of my mods and my team members when it comes to TechBud Solutions, and everyone that's part of TechBud Solutions. You guys, we've never been so stable and so supportive, and that's what we are. TechBud Solutions is a supportive environment for both new and experienced traders, and we really differentiate ourselves because of that. We are all starting school, where a lot of us are starting school right now, and it's busy, right? For those that don't know, I do go to ASU Polytechnic. I'm a full-time student. I have a job. I own a series of businesses. I day trade. So for those that are asking me, because I've been getting that message a lot, I probably will be making a video on it, on how to manage school and day trading, or being an entrepreneur and day trading. But guys, it comes down to, like, for those that want it or are going to be willing to put in the work. I slept 2.5 hours last night. It's very unhealthy, and I know that. And I haven't been going to the gym like I usually do. I usually go about 3 times a week. I've just been so busy and been running on 2 to 3 hours. Like, I feel sick for the past 3 days because it's just been extremely busy with my rental properties, closing the deal, meeting up with different team members. But it's something that I really enjoy. And again, it just comes down to doing what it is that you love. And I love TechBud Solutions because what it allows me to do, and it allows me to live a lifestyle that I am extremely passionate about, and that's really just being a part of people's success. I'm partnering up with so many different members within TechBud Solutions and their ventures, and just investing in their ideas. And a lot of it starts with, like, the video calls that I have with them. If I see opportunity in what it is that you are trying to create, then I invest in it, and we set up a business plan, and I kind of try to guide you guys in the right direction, and that's the whole thing. So I can't thank you guys enough for everything it is that you guys do. We do provide everything it is that we do for free. I do want to let you guys know that the consultation calls, again, the link is down below. TechBud Solutions website will be up soon for the beta trials. We're working on the landing page, and I meet up with my developers tomorrow to potentially launch it within the next couple of days. Oh, crap. Okay, so that's the TechBot Solutions website, which will allow us to have the discussions, which are the group chats, and allow us to have our own accounts, our own profiles, and then be able to post everything. So it'll be all inclusive. I do want to let you guys know that within that platform, at least that's what we're planning, the consultation calls will be in there as well. And you will be able to schedule a consultation call with every single guru that we have, as in Connor, Brad, Kyle, and all the different partners that we're going to have for the different markets we're going to be kind of spreading ourselves to, as well as we're going to have a lesson library, which is going to be, I'm working on, I think it's going to be like 30 videos, and they get straight to the point on like what has led to my success as a day trader. So for those that really want to know and get, I make a lot of videos for free on YouTube, and I provide all the information that I do for free. This lesson library is going to get straight to the point, and it's going to be a lot more time efficient. Again, when it comes down to it, time is money. You can simply learn how to trade stocks by dedicating time and just your attention and learning from these YouTube videos. For those that kind of want to take the approach of taking this lesson library, that's something that I'm going to be providing for a series of members, and I'm going to be jumping on one-to-one video calls and making sure that the quality and the growth is there. So that's something that I'm going to be publishing within 1 to 1.5 weeks, and it's going to be a complete A to Z on how I trade stocks, from the very basics all the way to the whole mechanics of what has led to my success. So if you guys are interested in that, just stay tuned, and I will have that. I'll keep you guys posted on that specific lesson library, but that's pretty much it. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me to create something of that sort. I just want to make it accessible for everyone and make sure that it's quality, because I know a lot of people that create these kind of like courses and stuff like that. It's kind of the same as their YouTube videos, and that's not the approach that I wanted to take. And I wanted to be the top quality that I can. If you guys know anything about me, I really try to put as much quality as I can in everything that I do, and as much time as I can. So it has been something that I'm working on, but it's something that I'm really excited about as well. So car show on the streets every day. All right, so let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. For those that do not know, so again, the link is going to be provided for you guys down below for the TechBot Solutions Facebook group. So once you get accepted, on the top pinned post, the main group chat is provided for you right here. Be sure to download the Discord group chat. The one-to-one video calls, the link is right here. It tells you certain rules. You guys can subscribe to the entire team, the format that you should be posting every ticker symbol, and then the rules and kind of like our motto and stuff like that. Now, when you guys are done with that, if you guys make your way over here, we are now working on the TechBot Solutions t-shirt size, because I think we have over like 450 people that have submitted the request for our t-shirts, and it's something that we've been not very active on, because it's not something that we really focus on, but so many people have been seeing the kind of TechBot t-shirts that I've been wearing, and a lot of people just want them. And one of the things that I was very clear about was I didn't want these t-shirts to be expensive, because I personally don't buy expensive t-shirts. So why would I try to sell a t-shirt for like $30 when it just says TechBuds? So now what I'm trying to focus on is trying to keep the price as low as possible, and making sure that we have the sizes available. So I'm gonna make a video later on once the merchandise or the apparel is available. But we have Sergio, who has a really nice eye for design when it comes down to the fitting and the whole structure of the t-shirt. And then we have Nick, who's a very good graphic designer when it comes down to the concepts that we're going to be actually printing on the t-shirts. So I think we have a really good team when it comes to that. Now we're just working on getting the cost as low as possible, making sure we include shipping and all the potential fees that could apply and stuff like that. But again, my main focus with these t-shirts is for there to be good quality t-shirts, like kind of like the H&M t-shirts that are stretchy, not just those like weird fabric, as well as the fitting to be somewhat unique, and then for it's just to look nice, and then for it to be very inexpensive. I want it to be very accessible for every member that's a part of TechBot Solutions, because I'd love for you guys, if you guys see value in it, to be repping kind of the name. So overall, thank you. Thank you guys again. We'd really appreciate it if you guys can. And there's about 140 of you that are watching right now. If you guys could give the video a thumbs up, we would really appreciate it. But most importantly, all we ask you guys to do is within the Facebook group, if you guys can, is just to really help one another out. We're just here to provide a supportive environment for one another. And if you guys can go out of your way maybe just even once a day or once every other day, and kind of answer someone's question, and be supportive, right? Because you don't know kind of the position that we are at. Like I'm really tired right now, and life, right? Because we're doing very well. But for someone that's kind of, maybe having a bad day, it might be something nice to kind of just reach out to them and be like, hey, look, I've been there. This is how I was able to overcome it, and kind of just be there for one another. Because I think that's really what separates us from, just a platform, and a community or a team. So thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. Please be safe. We'll see you tomorrow for our Sunday Stock Talk, which will be at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. And we'll be going live. So again, the link will be posted on the Discord group chat and on the Facebook group. So again, link down below. But yeah, that's really just it. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, and make sure that your passion is expressed through all your hard work. Take care, guys. Let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Bye.